Right, welcome back to another league race. This time we are with TMC, and this time it is the finale, the season 4 finale of League 1 in Abu Dhabi. So it's been a very good season, and I'm hoping to end it on a high note. And Abu Dhabi is a track I feel pretty decent around. Like, I have to say, I got a really good result here last season in Division 4. I finished 4th, and I'm hoping I can get a similar kind of result here today. But start off at 37-2. As a banker, was okay. I was actually happy with that as a banker. I knew there was some time to find, but we're going to find it in the next lap because I go wide there, and excuse me, I screwed myself over, so I just popped back to the pits, and so just the one run then on my first stint there, and pop back in and get ready to have another go. Difficult track, this one, but we're going to take you on board now for my best lap of the session. So heading down the short start finish straight, you want to take this in 4th. I was actually quite tentative heading into that one. Run a bit wide, so I lost a little bit of time there. So not the greatest start to this lap, but just sweep through there, and then heavy brake, and then I third gear. Try and clip that. I could have taken a bit more of that. Don't want to take as much of that curb. Up to no, I actually stay down in 3rd. I don't go up to 4th, but decent exit. And look at the time I'm up already. There's a little bit on exit because I had a wide entry last time out. But anyways, we're still nearly 2/10 up, and heading down to the heavy brake zone. I have to take it to turn 9. Make or break for your lap. I actually get a pretty decent run in it, and now you can see more time to be gained. That corner is make or break, I think, to your lap. If you don't get that right, you can leave a lot of time on the table. So we did get it decently though, and so heading down to the break point of 11. This is where I messed up on my first lap, but I'm going to absolutely blitz it this time. Beautifully done. 3rd gear, but then I go wide and lose almost 3/10 or so, and so the rest of the lap was kind of scruffy. So, but let's just go on anyways. Wide, I should be clipping that curb a bit more. Should be getting this tight, but anyways, let's see if we can end this last sector, this last part of the final sector right. Decent run out of there, out of turn 19 into turn 20. Good run out of there too. And then turn 21, good exit there. And I do a 36.8. I actually didn't realise there was another time for another lap. I timed it brilliantly, so we're going to try again. But you can see they're about to go up at my time, and yeah, blocked by K-Style, so I'm not happy about that. You can see there I got myself a much better run that time round, and yeah, so unlucky. But look, I'm going to start P6, 36.8. I was really happy to get to the 36s, I have to say. Wasn't expecting that. But look at F1 Alonso with a 36.4, some fantastic lap time, sway up there as well. For the race, it's one stop, ultras onto softer in lap 9 or so. So can I get a good start here on the final race of League 1? Away we go. Good start. You can see Loki got his rear spinning there. I'm down the inside of Loki, but I took it very cautiously to turn 1. Kind of stuck in that pocket behind Poddy. Get much better run out of turn 1 then Loki. I understeer a bit here across the track. Thankfully Loki wasn't there, because that could have been bad. And then I try to have a look at Poddy. We try to look at Sway, and I'm kind of trapped in that gap. I have to brake early to avoid hit the collision, but Loki goes back through. I've got Yarham along my side as well, so still fine for P6. Side by side with Yarham, I'm running 2.9 wing, so the extra wing here is going to be my downfall here a bit. You're going to see Yarham just pull ahead a bit, run a bit more straight line speed than I am. But I have the inside line. Can I get a move done? I go late as I can. Try and stay side by side, but kind of Yarham comes into my line there, and I have to back out of it. So that's, yeah. So look, not much I could do there. I was kind of pushed a bit, but not that much, Not going to get too upset over that. But I actually outbrake myself here. This was not an overtaking move. I just literally cooked myself. Just missed my braking point, and thankfully didn't run into Yarham too badly and damage my own wing. But I was just struggling here a bit, so I was. But that was not an attempt on a move. I just literally outcooked myself, and thankfully we all survived anyways. As we make our way through this beautiful area of the track, sector 3 for the first time. back end was a bit oversteery. It was difficult to control at times, but anyway, it's going to settle now into P7. So I've lost the position off the start, but I knew my long game coming into this one was just don't get penalties. That's where I did well last season. That's what got me up to 7th on track to 4th. So if I just keep at it, then keep with this group, you know, maybe they get some penalties. Yarham has a moment here, and I had to try and judge how to drive on the outside. Very difficult. So Yarham lost a lot of speed, but not enough speed that I could go by. He's going to have the inside line, and I'm trying to find it, and he cuts that corner, but nothing I can really do about that. So anyways, settle back into P7. Caesar T-Pain is behind me. DRS is now here, so maybe you actually see I'm closing quite a bit. So Yarham has gone defensive. I've had to try and go around the outside, late braking, but again he comes across the line and I can't do anything there. So, but then again, another opportunity with the DRS. Nice placement of DRS here. He's gone defensive again. You can just see I'm kind of being held here a bit. I feel like I could go faster. Middle of the track he holds it, and I can't drive around inside or out. So that's where we're kind of at lap 3. You can see the rest of the pack on the map there just in front. So, but Yarham is kind of holding me up a bit here, and I would like to be getting on with this. Excuse me, with this move. Lap 6, you can't see the gap. We're kind of catching it back up a bit to some of the gap, or sorry, to the group, and Yarham comes into the pit. So lap 6, I am released, and now I can try and get after Low-Key, who's 3 seconds ahead. So PFC Steve was behind me. Steve was on the supers, and this phase of the race they began to come to him as these ultras began to go away from me a bit. So lap 8 here, and you actually see this right here really surprised me. This took me off guard. Just normal as you go, but I just lose the back end and have to fight to save it, and that really surprised me. I have to say, lap 8, like, that really did surprise me. I was not expecting the car to get away from me like that, and it almost put me in the wall and almost let Steve by. So later that lap, Steve is right behind us. You can see I'm holding him up too because of the disadvantage I have in tyres. He tries to hang it in the inside here, and that was never going to work. And he goes off the track. I was not happy with this at that stage. Like, this is the first part, like, of fuck's sake, lads, where can you drive? Like, honestly, like, the racing today was absolutely appalling. Like, so, but that's just part of it. So anyways, you come into the pits, lap 8, a lap earlier than I perhaps wanted to, but anyways, we're going to come in on the soft compound tyres. Paddy here in front of me, I don't know if Paddy had a stop go or had to change a wing, but he's held for a very long time, and it might have been a stop go. Anyways, I'm actually going to get out ahead of him here. So P10, you see Yarham's gone. Like, Yarham's got a significant undercut on the ultra soft, so he's doing the 2 stop, but for us we're doing the 1, and I pop out behind K Style in P10, so he's also got the undercut done. And so, nervous exit there, understeering a bit on the soft tyres, not exactly the most grip in the world on them. So anyways, settle down into P11. There are guys on the 1 stop who've not pitted, and yeah, just hoping to bang out the laps and just kind of keep with it. Lap 9, I'm having to defend here from Paddy. Like, I knew Paddy was probably going to get me at some stage, but I had to try and defend it. I leave the space around the outside, and then more kind of questionable driving. Like, I done this to the commentary for flipping League 2 yesterday and saw constantly that people weren't leaving the space in that. So I try and leave the space, and someone just comes back across me. Like, so I know Paddy's not a dirty driver, but that didn't. I wasn't happy with that, because like, I've tried to leave space, and you know, I've ended up being hit. So anyways, lap 12, we're kind of catching up to some of these guys who haven't. Just some traffic in front, like, so Bursch has come out behind me on the super softs. Off goes K-Style, I'm not sure what happened there, but he's off the track, so that moves us up into P9. And I think the cork in the bottle here is Wesker. Now Wesker, yeah, so Wesker's holding up Low-Key, he's holding up Paddy, and then me. So Wesker is on the 1 stop, he started on the soft, so his softs are 12 laps old, and he has wing damage. So why, I don't know, he fought this so hard when he didn't need to. I mean, look at this, like, it's just not good. It's just, you know, it's just horrible. I try to go to the inside of Paddy, make contact with his rear. Thankfully he didn't go around, but this leaves Bert right behind me, and I had a second a bit to Bert. But now, like, with this train that's going on, with just Wesker holding absolutely everybody up, it's just put me into the clutches of Bert, who's on the super soft tyres. I get my braking all wrong. Thankfully I didn't hit Paddy and wreck my front wing, but you have to ease up on the throttle, and there you go, so off they go. To be honest, Bert was going to get me anyway, so what this did, I just lost perhaps a second or two. And look, it's with people being held up so badly in front, I was going to get this up anyway. So lap 14, big winner here is Bert, because Bert is actually able to get by Wesker, which is absolutely massive. Meanwhile, Paddy and myself are still stuck here, and it's just absolutely horrible. Like, why Wesker didn't pit at this stage, I don't fucking know at this stage. Like, I really don't. I have K-Style behind me who's managed to recover, and I'm in his DRS range, so this has kind of put me into a difficult position, gaining on Paddy a bit. But again, himself and Wesker, you know, it's just he's pent up, he can't get by. Again, Wesker fought this so hard when he didn't need to. Like, we're on different, like, we've made stops, we got fresher tyres, he's got wing damage. Why he has to fight this so hard as if he's winning the world title, I don't know. But anyways, I go up easy on my braking, because for that reason right there, like, you know, and I'm trying to flip and like, lads, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? Like, I've got to get off the throttle so many times this race. Like, it's been unbelievable how like having to avoid shit because people can't drive in front. Like, and I know it's not Paddy, like Wesker, I'm sorry, but your driving has been questionable at times this year, and this was flipping another great example of that, honestly. Respect to you for, like, I respect you as a driver sometimes, but flipping, this is not one of those times. But we're continuing on, like lap 4, like, you just look at this, like, you know, it's just, I'm just sat here, like, I'm not attacking this because this is absolutely horrible to deal with. I have to be careful behind, and like, I'm getting a good run on Paddy. I just don't want nothing to do with the braking zone. Like, I'm just trying to be so conservative, not damage myself, because it's just horrible. Like, again, Paddy just stuck behind Wesker, can't get by. He finally does, and I'll try to hang up with the inside as well, but he goes defensive, does Wesker. K-Style drives around me outside, hits me, knocks me off a bit. I can't really do much about that, so he slips off into P8. I got PFC Steve behind me in 9th and Danny here in 10th. We're being held up so bad. Like, look at the gap in front on the map. Anyways, DRS on K-Style. He's got DRS as well, but I've got more straight line speed. I state my intentions early down the inside. I go late braking, and look at that absolute bollocks. What am I supposed to do? And what am I supposed to do there? Like, honestly, what am I supposed to do? He just moves right across in the braking zone. Like, I'm right down your inside. Can you not fucking drive and see that I'm down your inside? You can't just fucking come across like that. So, anyways, I'm stuck behind Danny then, and Danny, he was so fucking slow. I'm sorry, but it was just, honestly, I don't know if he's using no traction or brakes or whatever, but I mean, look at this. It's just, so anyways, look, the door was open. I shouldn't have gone for it, but I was so frustrated and mad with everything that happened. I went for it, and there you go. That is the end result. So that's my bad, but honestly, everything leading up to that was just a shitstorm. The qualifying where K-Style blocked me, the shit driving from Wesker in front that bottled everyone up. I mean, look at that. Like, that's also just absolutely shit, you know? Like, that's just bad driving. Then flipping K-Style, moving across me in the braking. I lose momentum, I lose track position, and then I try to make it back up as soon as I can. And yeah, so that's just, I mean, with wing damage, I try to see for a few laps if I could fight it, but you know, when I lost 10th place from K-Style again, I was like, I've got nothing to lose at this stage. I might as well come into the pits. Like, I'm out of the points. I might as well come into the pits. I'm only going to lose more time with 11 laps to go, to the point where it might not even matter if I have no penalties. I might be too far behind anyway. So I bite the bullet. I come in lap 18 to fish SF Ultra Softs to the end. Should I have done supers? Possibly, but anyways, change the front wing. Like, I'm honestly, like, League 1 has been good for racing this year side by side, but this race was just absolutely appalling. It was absolute dog shit. Fucking Joel Martin might as well shift the dog. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna come out in P13, so I'm gonna go anyways and just push to the end. You know, I try not to quit if I can avoid it. there's nothing for me to race for at this stage. And I catch up to Danny fairly quickly, like lap 20. And I've got the tyre advantage, I'm just quicker. I'm still mad at Danny for flipping... Well, sorry, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not mad at Danny, it's K-Style who I'm just... K-Style and Wesker I'm hacked off with today after this race, so... And trust me, I was not the only ones, honestly. A lot of people were not happy with Wesker and K-Style, that's for sure. Anyways, down the inside of Danny, get that move done into P10, so I got myself back into a point. So... 1 point at least, Jay. Anyways, moving on then to lap 20 then. Yarham is actually retired, he's in a wall, not too sure what happened. May have something with Wesker, not too sure, because I know Yarham was not happy with Wesker afterwards. So, Richie's up next, Richie's on the soft, but actually Richie decides to come into the pits. So, first have Ultras, and I was hoping I could clear a bit more space between them, and hope that Danny could follow me and clear some space, but I've only got a few seconds on Richie, so I have, so he's got significantly younger ultra soft tyres, and lap 24, like, he's on the back of me, he's got pied Danny, I'm in P7 now after that, so I'm trying to fight, like, but he's just got the tyre advantage. You're going to see how close he gets, like, so at this stage I had to, well, I was like, well, I have to be smarter, how do I defend this, because I'm not quicker at this stage, this phase of the race. He's got the softer, he's got fresher tyres. I'm sure he's got more fuel than I have. And so how do I defend this? How can I use this track to my advantage? So this is Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is limited in its overtaking opportunities. This straight is not terribly long. It hasn't got really a heavy braking point into it, not drastically. So if I can just defend the line, I can try and plan from there. So you're going to see examples of this. So here's what happens. So I go in lean in sector 3 because there's no way to, unless I make a mistake, there's no way to get by here as long as you place your car right. So I come out of lean, I make sure I put myself up to standard for this part of the race here. I can see how close he is. Go defensive, take the line, kind of gradually go back across. He'll kind of follow. Make sure you make this turn, position the car right so you can't just kind of go up the inside. So I'm now back up into Rich, so I've saved a bit of fuel, you can see, from sector 3 to defend myself. I've got enough of a gap here so I can put back into standard. He's not going to be overtaking me into this corner here. It's this corner then, is the big one then, so coming onto the DRS straight. So again, just kind of position the car as best I can, get as good of a run I can. I got a decent run there, so I back up into Rich. So he's a bit behind me when the DRS starts. Again, I've gone defensive. And I see now straight away, it's like, no, he's not going to get by me, he's too far behind. So I go into standard, then to lean for the corner. And as I exit this corner, I should stick it back up into standard and Rich. Try and get a good run here. So I've got some fuel. Go defensive here, kind of hug the line if you can. And looking at it, it's like, he's probably not getting by me this lap, so I'll put it back into standard, pull into lean again into sector 3, and we do the same thing again. So that was how I did it. I actually survived a good number of laps by doing this, because by right, Richie should be gone. Like, he should be in front of me, he should be gone. He's got the tyre advantage, I'm sure he's got fuel advantage as well. But clever defending and clever position of the car meant that I could hold on. But lap 28, the last lap of the race, there's only so long I could hold on for. Richie gets a better run at me out of that corner. I'm like, shit, he's too close. I might not survive this. So I actually don't know. I actually forgot to stick it up to. I thought I had it stick. I think I was in lean and put up into standard. I thought I was in Rich, but by the time I realised I wasn't in Rich, it was way too late. Bit of contact there, so I gave him the room coming back in. Try for the cutback, but that's not on for me. And now I've got to try see if I can hang up. But Richie's gone defensive. This would have to be a dive bomb, and the room just isn't there, and that does it. So lap 28, I have succumbed. I did well to hang on as long as I could, and I was really hoping that Richie would have penalties, but the longer Jeff didn't say anything that he had a penalty, the more I thought, shit, have I just actually lost legitimate track position here? So anyways, the race is over, by the way. F1 Alonso is absolutely decimated, so congratulations to him. And confirmed for TWL next year, so fair play, man. I look forward to that, seeing you there. And last corner, yeah, come across the line. and it's going to be P8. So, disappointing way to end the season. The last 2 races haven't been good. I accept that I messed up in Brazil, but this race I've just been like K-style just fucked me over from qualifying to the race, and then in my desperation to try and get back in front of Danny, I went for a move I probably shouldn't have, and yeah, I damaged my wing and got from there. But look, I'm not happy with the result, but look, it's at the end of the day, it's been a great season. I'm looking forward to next season, and I won't think about this race again really once I'm done with this. So that is 20 rounds of TMC. I'll probably do another video at some point, kind of going through each race of the season, kind of a summary, like a review. But that's for then. For now, round number 20, the season is over. Disappointing end, but overall it's been a great season. So until next time for TMC F1 2018, we'll stick around for more DNS. Until next time.